Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of the Carrion Crown from D6 Damage. Today we are offering more thrills, chills, and spills now that we have completed one of the most horrible, harrowing experiences of our lives, legal entanglement. On our previous episode, we went to a town council meeting of Doom where we met the ministers of Dread, and we brought forth our case of ultimate terror, by which we mean why exactly we were going to Harrowstone and investigating, and our legal mastermind extraordinaire, Cyphus, put forward an excellent defense of our actions that was then supported by our star witness, Jack, who brought out our key piece of evidence, an axe, which unfortunately didn't go over quite as well as we wanted it to. But all things considered, I think we were doing really good until the building caught on fire. And that is where I will hand us over to Doomboy.
I wish I had D6 as my height, man. I would feel so good about myself all of my life. So when we last left off, the building suddenly burst into flames, various lanterns exploding out, oil catching fire and spreading across the land. And as the town hall went up in flames, the people suddenly became filled with panic, rushing, looking left and right, trying to figure a way out of this building as we roll for initiative.
Let me just try reloading it.
The townsfolk will be going last because I'm a cruel god. Wrong one. There we go.
Don't forget to click on your guys' models first. There we go.
If you like, I can explain some of the actions you can do in this current circumstance.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So there are various people that are now some on fire, some have been knocked around from the force of the lanterns exploding. Some are closer to the fire than they ought to be. So you can work towards trying to save some of the townspeople. Those would be the ones closest to the fire. You can work towards fighting the fires themselves, or trying to direct the people out of the building.
Speaking as someone who has create water, I would like to fight the fires.
Okay, then. That doesn't automatically put them out, as this is an oil-based fire.
I also have create water.
Also,
So I'm going to be focused on putting out the people and like getting people like getting their clothes wet, so they're less likely to catch on fire.
Okay, then. Let it be known that due to all the people pushing about, trying to all make their way out, this is all going to count as difficult terrain.
On the floor level or everywhere?
I will agree with you that above, you're fine, Jack, but it's not exactly a 5-foot reach to get up to the rafters.
Also, you've got the smoke to think about.
There is, in fact, smoke to deal with.
I have plans for that.
But first off is Grigori. Sexy, sexy Grigori.
Salt and pepper, Daddy Grigori.
Big Daddy.
We had a very long discussion after the last game where we realized Grigori is the hottest of us all. I thought it was Raphael.
No, he's the smoothest of us all.
Raphael is the smoothest.
Hey,
Anyway, Grigori will actually be assisting the nearest townsperson who is on fire and putting them out promptly.
Okay, nearest townspeople, Kendra's on fire. This person's on fire. This fella's on fire. This one's on fire.
Oh yeah, by the way, Kendra's on fire.
Yeah. It said where I was supposed to place the fire, but I can't tell where they wanted me to place, so I just placed them where I felt was appropriate.
Yes, Kendra is being put out
Okay, then.
with a boot.
Wait, you just gonna kick her out?
bro,
She's stomping out that
don't you
flames.
have a coat?
He doesn't have a coat. He's got a shirt.
I always,
No,
Should
man,
you got a
I
I
chain?
always pictured Grigori with like a long coat. Like
I didn't
why-
know Grigori had smite chivalry.
Grabbing Kendra, pulling her aside,
Chivalry's not dead. Oh, sorry.
you quickly stamp out the fire. As you're looking upon these flames, there's a brief moment as it reminds you of home. Roll me a fortitude save. There's certainly a pain, but you push past this as you focus on the task at hand. Jack, as you're hanging from the rafters, you can see the rat folk are panicking, trapped in a building, not knowing any way out as this fire is starting to consume. They are speaking feverishly towards each other. Some rushing to one side, then only to rush back to the other side, not knowing the safest way out.
All right. Given that I'm up here and I can actually see what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and use a little of this to help me figure out the best way to do... Oh, not bad. All right, so I'm trying to basically figure out the best place to put a vent or blast a hole in the roof to allow smoke and or fire to escape.
Dead center would probably be the best place for it, as it's not exactly the most structurally sound, as it's the furthest from all the walls, and there's no pillar in the center. That'd be the place to go. 'Cause I took architectural lessons as a kid.
All right, I navigate the ratmen that look the sturdiest to follow me to the middle, and if they listen,
Roll
I
me
begin.
linguistics.
Haha, linguistics, my nightmare. It's nightmare fuel, but I'm close enough.
So, remembering their codes, you quickly bark out some quick orders, directing them there. Some of them are muttering, "Protector, protector!" And
Nice.
about 5 or 6 come rushing to your aid. They were dressed kind of loosely, robes and whatnot, lots of cloth upon them. You are not sure where they are pulling out all these tools, as some of them have shovels, pitchforks, swords, axes.
I'm happy with this turn of events. Jack's shit-eating grin is like ear to ear right now as he's rushing to the middle and going, make a hole, make a hole, make a hole!
One of them has a noose that you think would probably fit you. Like,
I look,
it's designed to fit you.
I look at that and I kind of go, that could be troublesome later.
No.
I keep an eye on him.
Come on, no news.
Okay, they managed to nimbly get there, but they're trying their best to reach up for the center and actually make any purchase on it, as they're not exactly the tallest and the rafters aren't pinned against the ceiling. Rigel, you're up.
All right, let's see. Crud. I don't suppose I can quickly prepare a spell on the blue, can I? Because the only thing I got to fight the flames are like a frostbite.
Well, are you a spontaneous caster?
He is not.
Well,
Do you have
Like
prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation?
I don't know if prestidigitation can quell flames.
It
They
sure
can
can.
snuff out small fires.
Well, this is not a small fire.
Can on the
People
people.
it would be.
Oh, okay, then I can accept that.
Good, because that's what I'm spending my turn on.
Zero level spell.
They're so useful.
Hey, I got 2 settings: vaporize and prestige. I got nothing else.
You're like a hose that has jet and mist for functions.
Yeah, and the jet's not even that powerful, to be honest.
It's just a shockwave.
Jet always hurt. What are you doing, Rigel?
I guess if prestidigitation will work, I'm gonna use that.
Okay, what do you use?
Alright, so let's see. Any chance I can leap over this pew right here?
Again, your movement is basically halved due to how difficult it is to move in all this.
Alright. So 3, 2,
That's actually kind of funny. I didn't actually have to roll anything for starting to make my hole in the roof. I'm happy about that.
Alright, so given half, I move over here, make sure Kendra's alright. Then I'll cast Prestidigitation to try my best to put out these flames. The closest one right next to Kendra and everyone else right now.
Here, just click on the screen to mark it.
Oh.
We have the technology.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
the
putting
one-
out that woman. Okay.
Okay.
Through the fire and the flames, you quickly create some arcane signs. Shh. Oh. So
Good thing you don't actually.
I don't know why you're rolling, so.
I know. I was like, good thing you don't actually have to roll. That would suck.
Oh.
So you all watch as he quickly makes some arcane sigils in the air before releasing it onto the woman's dress that has now caught ablaze. As you watch the flames slowly burn out, and also now it has like puce and green stripe pattern. You're not certain what happened.
I like that idea.
It's not a great color scheme, but the fire's out, so small miracles.
Yeah, just wing more. Go ahead.
Cyphus, you're up.
I cast Cone of Cold.
Is that an arcane spell?
It's not a spell I have access to anyway. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Are any important people on fire?
Important to you or important to people?
Important to people.
Okay. There's a big fire here up on the stage.
But is the Rat Man on fire?
There's no rat folk up top that are on fire, and
I meant the rat lady. Yeah.
That is a girl. She is invisible, so you don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're invisible, that actually poses a good question. If you were invisible and on fire, covered in burning oil,
would you be visible?
would your fire be visible?
I would say that the fire would be visible because it isn't technically part of you.
Yeah,
It's not technically on you.
Well,
It's not
it's a specific magic item that I have, like a cloak that whenever they put it over something, it turns invisible because I'm fancy like that. So if the oil was on, it would be on fire. But I will say, with all the fire going around, it's hard to tell. So give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
That's why I make you
It's
roll.
like my best skill. I don't know why you would ever ask me to do 17.
Not only is the rat folk on fire, but a piece of beam has fallen on her, pinning her.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and prestige that.
Is that an arcane spell?
Yeah, but I'm also an arcane caster.
Roll me a will save.
Oh, wonderful. This is not insanity, is it? Because if it's insanity, I automatically fail.
I mean, no.
Okay. Then I get a 10.
Okay, then. So, as you begin to let out the spell, something in the back of your mind tells you, no, your spells are too important for this. You need to
It's a zero-level spell, Cyphus! Get over it!
Yeah, but you're holding a certain spell book.
No, I get you! No, I can't waste it. But it is 0. No, it's still too powerful.
So yes, something in the back of your mind is telling you not to use it. Hold
Alright,
on.
then I just watch the world burn. I assume that used my action to try to cast it and then fail.
Yeah, but you can still move if you like, because, the building's on fire.
The fire real, though?
Is anything real?
No. Well, I don't want to run away, because then it'll make it look like I did it. Can I try to throw the book?
Roll me another will save.
Righty. 12.
Oh, that book's way too valuable to throw.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I just sit down.
This is
Rise heroically and sit back down.
No, I'm not going to be useful, so it's all you guys. Have fun.
Raphael, you watch as your friend rises heroically, ready, starts flipping through a book and sits back down.
I don't flip through a book, I just sit down.
Oh, okay. He just sits down.
But he did pull out a book.
Cyphus,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I look him in the eyes.
Am I close enough? Am I close enough to smack him? Oh yeah, I'm gonna smack him right across the face.
Oh,
Can I do that?
Great.
Yes,
Yeah.
you may.
Get a hold of yourself.
It's a
Smack.
nice open
Also,
palm
Serendre
slap.
guide you.
It's not going to leave a bruise, but it's going to hurt.
All right, never mind. I'm not gonna guide him. But I'm gonna do what I was saying before. Getting all these people nice and wet. So I'm gonna create
Making it
water.
rain.
Okay.
I'm making it rain. I'm creating water like on their clothes and stuff. So like they like you know what I mean. Fire's not gonna catch on wet clothes.
I'll point out the rat lady and tell him to put her out.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm
Roll
gonna
me
go
a
help the
perception
rat lady.
check.
I go, save the burning rat lady under the pillar.
After I smack him, he kind of like
I
shakes
look
his
at
head
you,
a
I
bit.
say, do what I could not.
That's a lot to ask of him. There's a lot you can't do.
Oh
Save
man.
the cheerleader. Save the world.
Save the world.
God.
Percepzione. Hey, I
Okay,
got a
with
19
his
on my
guidance
percepzione.
used- With his... From the Middle East, not Italy.
I can
with-
still do other voices.
With his guidance, he points you towards where the rat folk is pinned down.
And where is that? Can you
Right where the token is.
Oh. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna move to her, get the pillar off of her, and like put her out.
Okay.
You want me to make a strength check for the pillar?
Yes, roll me a strength check.
How big? Well, I mean, like, how big is the pillar? Is it like a
bigger than
big
your arm.
thing, or?
It's not something that you think you can't lift, but
But like, is there something where I can like use as like a kind of a pry bar?
and outside of like a sword, nothing comes to mind.
I mean, like, shit, I got my sword, like, and whatever. I'm gonna do a roll strength check.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so you start lifting this up with all your might, and wow, that's hot! It's a mystery to you that it got so hot so quickly. So there's a brief moment of reprise for her as she thinks she's about to get to it, and then it's back on her. She's not having a great day.
Did you at least put her out?
Yeah, can I still do the
with
water?
great
thing
water?
and put her out?
Sure. You have to make a roll for it, though.
Do I?
Yeah.
According
It
to
says
this?
fight the fire. There's things to roll for it, and create water gives you a benefit because they
Fair
knew
enough.
that everyone has create water.
And that's
yeah.
6 gallons too. 2 gallons a level, so it's not an insignificant amount of water.
Roll me a combat maneuver check.
Combat maneuver.
You'll get a +4 on this due to using create water.
Oh, nice. 17 plus 4.
So, as you're kind of blowing on your hands, you just make a quick motion, blow into your hands, and the water just comes spraying out over it, putting it out.
Probably should have done that first and then try to lift it. But, you know, in the panic of things, you know, people make mistakes. I'm just saying. Not everyone is perfect. Habib.
Look,
Ironically, that's typically how it
Albadal
happens.
family isn't known for their process of operations. What's wrong with putting the horse in front of the cart? He gets stuck now. It's good for him. How do we move it, though? He pushes.
He pushes.
Deacon, you're up.
Okay, so just to get the lay of the land, so we got a group of fires that are all on ground level. The
Yep.
fires are from burst lamps.
Yep. The oil is spreading.
All right.
They
and-
exploded with the
yeah.
force of dynamite.
And it seems like people are heading for the exit here at the base of the church or the base of the town hall.
They're starting to. Town
Okay.
hall.
And it looks like Mr. Sheriff Man is unbarring that door.
You see that he is trying to pull the door open as the bar wasn't down. That something forced it shut. And that now he's struggling to lift it up.
Okay. That's...
Heavy iron bar isn't exactly the best thing for a fire.
All right. And are there any other visible exits to the building?
There's windows, but they're raised off the ground, so you'd have to break them and then get people through them. And it's not fun crawling over glass.
Well, of course not. But it is doable.
Dying in a fire isn't fun either, so
Yeah.
we'll take our chances.
Yeah, I was just about to say, guess what else isn't fun?
Fine.
This sucks.
This sucks, Wes.
So first off, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to create a downpour using create water on this fire here. So I will touch the holy symbol, the cracked holy symbol of Caden Kalen, and I will manifest a localized storm.
Okay. Roll me a combat maneuver as the smell of hops fills the air.
It's like, damn it, remnants of Caden.
As the good Lord pours out a cold one for the boys.
Let's just hope he didn't go with anything too high a proof, because that's going to make things worse.
God! Why am I upset? Yes, give me a combat maneuver.
Just making sure that it's all correct. Actually, I think it is supposed to be... Hang on. There we go. 11.
Ooh. But you get a +4 due to using that. So that is enough. As the smell of hops fills the air, the fire is quickly doused. And you see what appears to be a small shot glass with some drink that is now on fire in the center.
Right God for the right job.
Yeah.
I will then look over to Cyphus. Cyphus, the door appears to be barred. Can you think of another way out of the building?
Well, do you have teleport?
No, but I was kind of hoping for a knowledge engineering or knowledge dungeoneering.
I sit down and think.
Is anyone else thinking about Winnie the Pooh just tapping his forehead, trying to get some thoughts rolling?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Well, it's not my turn.
Everyone roll me a perception check. I play some more tokens.
Oh no.
Wait, did I get a 17 or a... Yeah. Whew. I didn't get a 17, I got a 3. Okay.
So, Rajel and Deacon, you hear what appears to be a piercing, howling noise as these glass windows shatter inward, sending glass flying towards all of you. You're not certain as to what caused that, but at least two of you certainly heard that screaming noise. As you also watch as this woman, completely on fire, falls to her knees and dies. The same thing happening to this one and this one.
No.
Yeah.
Serves them right.
With the glass flying around, I think, why did I pick today to take off my helmet?
Mm-hmm. You're really regretting taking off your safety mask. Grigori, you were up.
I'm gonna Grigori's gonna still be chivalrous, and he's gonna keep trying to put people out who are
Okay.
Stomping everyone.
Stomp the fire.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say before. Chivalry's not dead. He challenged them to a duel before he stomped a mud hole.
I mean, it's true.
Anyway, I think you should shoot the fire in the face.
It'll be super
It is.
effective.
I just got cold eyes, Melissa. I don't think that's gonna work.
Look, I know that you got the touchies.
Touch versus fire.
Did none of these people trying to move to the door?
Right. My apologies. Thank you for reminding me. Some of them are trying to make their way there, but a lot of them are panicking. As the councilwoman that you had such an interesting discussion with does her best to try and calm people, but she can't be really heard over the slapping, the yelling, the screaming, the glass shattering.
Yeah.
Oh, the pain of being an enchantment specialist when no one's paying attention to you.
Mesmerists, baby. Mesmerists. God, they don't get enough showtime. So you're up, Dory.
Right? Like, she has the ability when there's not a panic, but as soon as there's a panic, nope, nobody can listen to her. No one can be bothered. Your skills of persuasion I find lacking.
Yeah.
Alright, so the nearest person on fire close to me is where again?
Most people are not on fire anymore.
Okay.
The flaming ones are dead
So
here,
go shoot the door in the face.
right?
Actually, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna
Put a bullet through the door.
and try and shoot the lock off the door.
There's not a lock. It's a matter of a large iron bar that's used to ensure that no one could siege the place, where they're like a zombie invasion DM was planning, or a barbarian started to attack like the DM was planning. Trouble is, they can't get the bar open because, as you can tell, it's burning red hot right now. The sheriff trying to get some leverage to lift on it without burning himself into
Burning red hot right now.
Yeah. Despite the fire
So is
just coming on, that fire, the bar is burning red hot.
So it's burning soft hot, basically. Is the bar? Would you say the bar is like about to melt? Is it reaching that
It
melting
does not
point?
look like it's about to melt. It almost seems as though it's just being supernaturally forced to be a point where it's going to be an obstacle.
Right. Okay.
It does not look like it's going to give way
Okay,
anytime soon.
I can't shoot it off,
Mhm.
basically.
Especially
Okay,
if it's
so,
a large iron bar.
You can use like a bit of wood to like kind of
Probably. I'm actually gonna lift one of the benches and try and use it as a battering ram.
Okay. Do you mind the difficult terrain? These are large pews running from like halfway through the building to the other half. So roll me a heck of a strength check.
Okay, let's
Use
try
this pew. Use this pew. It's already on fire. There's 2 burning corpses on it.
it. Nope.
Someone Pepper Grigori grabs onto it and lifts with the might of Abadar, and then pop.
back.
Yeah, I was thinking hernia.
It's
Yeah.
not like a sweet spot of bending backwards where it doesn't hurt too much, but you certainly can't bend forward.
Ouch.
Yeah. Jack,
Grigori
you're up.
just threw out his hip.
I'm hip.
I'm hip.
I love that little image. That is too good.
My God, you went from Reinhardt to Doofenshmirtz in my soul.
You just got those tall man issues.
Jack, you're up. You watch as Grigori's trying to like knock his back into place, rubbing against the pew like a bear trying to scratch its back.
Jack's sitting there, like, on the roof, hanging upside down from the roof, like, as he's bashing his way through the roof. What's the roof material, anyways?
This appears to be wood, a layer of straw over top of that, and then they have clay tiles.
Oh,
Cool. I don't want that rain coming in.
Alright, as soon as I get a small enough hole open, I attach the noose to one of the support beams.
Roll me a strength check first, because you're not making much purchase on it, and the hardness rules for objects suck. As I think we can all agree.
Axe versus wood, super effective.
Okay, yes, you are making damage through it, but you do realize it's going to take time. I'm going to roll for the other rat folk to assist. Yeah, I'll give two. Yeah, they are good at this.
They're doing their best.
Shovels kind of suck against wood.
Well, isn't it an unattended object? An unattended object's automatically hit?
I mean, it just matters of them not like dealing much damage to it. And the hardness making it so they're not breaking too hard into it.
Okay.
Oh, don't axes ignore wood hardness?
Don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Let's find
T6, give us a video on the hardness rules for us to watch real quick.
Coming
Chop
up.
chop.
Welcome to D6 Damage. We're talking today.
We're talking about hardness.
Put that video on Valentine's Day. So yes, that's your turn, Jack.
Oh, how thick is the roof then?
You'd say it's
Thick with two C's.
thick.
Say that one more time because I was laughing too
A
hard.
solid foot thick between clay, straw, and wood. This isn't like a thatch hut. This is meant to weather and hold for years.
Okay. Alright. And then I do that with an axe. Yes. Yes. Wait. That part makes perfect sense until you read the last line. Okay. Alright, I'm focusing my efforts onto one small area so that way I can get through the hardness faster.
Okay, then. You're making progress, but it is slow. Cyphus, you're up again. You did.
Alright.
Rigel, you're up again. I mixed you two up.
Yeah, thanks.
Deal with it.
Alright, anyways, I guess I'll make my way to the main door, because they won't...
You're gone.
As the fires burn, you find it difficult to hear Rigel's voice. As we all do.
Right. Anyways, I'm going to try to make my way to the main door. Do I see anyone on fire on my way there?
There's nobody on fire at the moment. As you're approaching, you see the sheriff and his son are trying to push the door open. You hear banging on the other side, which you assume is the other sheriff's son, as there were some people outside during all this. And Gibbs is doing his best to lift it without burning his hands. He was the first one to the door, which is impressive because the sheriff was standing right next to the door.
Jeez.
Because he knew it was gonna happen.
No, he's pure coward. His instincts were kicking in, and unfortunately, they didn't kick in time.
Okay, one of my actions was to move 3 spaces, given the roughness of the situation. But can I use another action to move another 3 spaces, or is that it for my move action?
It's about 3 spaces for now. The crowd is getting in your way throughout all of this.
Yeah. Can I use prestidigitation to, cause my voice to magically get bigger to shout over everyone else?
Prestidigitation doesn't exactly cover your voice, but you could try and roll diplomacy to try and direct the crowd.
Alright, I'll try that.
Give it a roll.
Alright, let's see. Diplomacy. Alright, so let's see the point there.
Or an intimidate check if you like.
Oh, I'll go diplomacy as far as...
Yeah, you roll really, really well.
Alright. So make my way in the crowd, like, everyone come... I'm gonna try to... I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, everyone calm down. We'll get out of here. Just give me some space. Make way. I can help get the door open. Make way. I'm gonna say... You have to work together in this, otherwise we're all gonna burn. Come on.
So, as you're directing the people through, a lot of them are doing a great job moseying their way through to the door.
Lovely.
You have essentially a clear path to get to the door.
Alright. Well, I am gonna keep my promise, but for now, that's my only two moves. Try the diplomacy check and move as much as I can with everyone running to the door. So, that's it for now.
Okay then. Cyphus, now you're up.
Okay. Alright.
I want
is the crowd impeding my movement?
No. I want everyone to know that D12 was kind enough to give me hardness rules, but also one of our loyal viewers was kind enough to message me on Discord hardness rules. Thank you all for fact-checking me. Can I have you write my speeches?
No, that wasn't for you. That was for the rest of the group party.
Oh, okay. I'll look at it. I guess I won't look at it.
I think I'll roll a diplomacy and be yelling out to the crowd. This is the proof that you need to show you that the spirits are increasing too fast for us to delay. This is what you see. This is the consequences of doing nothing in Harrowstone.
So climbing atop a soapbox, you
did not roll that well, to be honest. And then I'm going to cast,
who would have thunk?
Positive pulse on the door, specifically on the bar, hoping that this is a haunt.
Okay. Roll me your damage.
Alright, positive pulse will be 1d6 plus 1. So it'll be 6 damage.
Okay.
And everybody within 10 feet of it gets a bonus to saving throws.
Okay then. You see the bar cool somewhat, but it's still too hot to touch. Raphael, you're up.
That's all I got. That's the only spell I have.
It's time for you to raise the bar.
Nice. Dad, is that you? I'm gonna try and get this pillar off of her again.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Fire's out. Now she just needs to be free.
Ah! Now I can grab the thing, so I lift the thing. At least I hope I lift the thing with a 19.
So, having to put a bit of weight on her and using the stage to your benefit, you just push down on it and cause it to tip over to get her free. You can see something flickering through the flames as this invisible form starts to move, scampering right between your legs.
Can I...
It is a rat, it is terrified of fire, and it is moving as quickly as it can. But if there's something you wish to do, by all means.
What's the range on Create Water real quick? Hold on.
It's 25 feet plus 5 feet per level. Oh, plus 5 feet for every 2 levels.
Plus 5 feet for every 2 levels.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 30 feet.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can't get close enough to the door. Oh, but it's rough terrain, right?
Due to Rigel leading everyone, he's basically there as the traffic guard, just like, no, you go first, stop, now you. You all think he may have missed a calling in his life.
Either way, I won't be able to get close enough to it to create water on the...
But there is fire nearby that could use putting out. you'd imagine the people wouldn't be too happy about their town hall burning down, but you all don't like them that much, so.
Nah, no, you're right. I'm gonna see if I can't.
I was worried about you not liking them that
start
much.
doing damage control. I got pretty salty last time, but you know,
Hey,
nobody deserves to burn to death. Sorry, one more time.
You're from the desert. Salt's an export.
Anyway, all right, cool. Yeah, so I'm basically I look over here and just see like the massive people, and I'm like, I'm not going to help over there, so I'm just gonna be doing like damage control over.
Okay,
over
roll me
here.
a combat maneuver check.
Yes, no problema.
I also want you guys to know that the game went. The more people you put in it, the more difficult it'll be. Like, got it. Put more people in. As you
So 13 plus 4, 17.
As you quickly unleash the blessing rains of Sarenrae upon the desert, as you douse out this fire.
Yay!
Deacon, you're up.
All right, so question. I am looking at quenching weapons. So that says a quenching weapon thrust into a non-magical fire of medium-sized category or smaller extinguishes it. When a creature of the fire type is hit with a quenching weapon, it deals 1d6 points of extra damage. The wielder of a quenching weapon receives a +2 competency bonus on saving throws against fire-based effects. The weapon itself is immune to fire damage. So, what would happen if I attacked this fire with a quenching mace?
I would allow you to make an attack roll in place of a combat maneuver.
Well, at least
What
you
if
would
you
hit it.
hit-
Its DC is like got to be 10. So as long as you don't roll a 1 through whatever, what's your BAB? 1 through 4, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 1 through 4. It's gonna be like 1 to 3 because if I hit a 4, I'll probably hit it.
Right. So I mean, that's not bad.
Fire's not known for dodging.
Why didn't you dodge?
Why didn't you dodge?
I don't know. My only concern is the fact that it's not particularly economical for me to run up and beat the fire with my mace.
I'm wondering
one hit
what
hits
if you
out,
what if you hit that the bar?
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. Does it seem like that would affect the bar?
No. It seems like it's more magically heated, not that it is on fire.
What if I hit it with a dispelling weapon?
That might do something. Also, holy weapons might do something. But I mean, y'all not holy.
I'm a master of being able to fake divine powers, my friend. But I can't do that quite yet. Soon.
I love Heller and Sarenrae. Saran wrap. I love Saran wrap. And Card.
Sounds appropriate.
And Phrasma, spelled with an F.
I don't know how to mess up Macabre. It's already a stupid name.
What you talking about? Cobb is just fine.
So does it look like I would be able to get to the group here?
I mean, it's a double movement, but then you wouldn't get an attack.
It's an action for me to enhance the weapon, but I can expeditious myself, so that would at least get me in range.
Okay then.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I will manifest dispelling on my weapon via the powers of unbelief. Are just going to be poured directly into that mace, and I will expeditious to run up here.
You're not saying that dispelling is going to have the greatest effect on it.
Could I roll?
Wait,
could I?
you
roll
just said it would.
Oh no, I was saying like holy would have a better effect on it. It's essentially a haunt going on.
Yeah. What about Ghost Touch? Would that work?
I'll put on a percent die. Nothing in the rules say this is a factual thing, but I like creative thinking. And creative thinking players should be rewarded. Unless it's me, in which case I'm punished.
Punish you, creative thinker.
Or I'll go with dispelling because I think it is kind of a magical effect. That's what Deacon would do.
Okay then. Deacon is a nerd.
Yeah.
So, roll me a perception check like I asked you to do at the beginning of the turn.
He was busy figuring out what he wanted to do. I'm running towards the fire. And perception button is evil.
So,
Perception button
you
likes
watch.
me.
So you watch and see as the glass begins to shake, lift, and
What
take
glass?
full-
Oh shit!
The broken-
Off the ground.
Yeah. As 4 flaming skulls made out of stained glass take shape.
These girls ain't loyal.
That's pretty bitchin'.
That is some medieval. The first one. stuff.
And they are going to now move to attack.
Shit, they were summoned and attacked in the same round. Damn, this caster's good.
More they were moving in and me fluffing things.
Okay, so which one of us is Fortescue in this party?
Oh, they're going after. Oh, they went after Jack. Not real Jack. Fake Jack. This guy, Jack. And this one went after Meredith.
Oh, okay,
And
they have
Matilda.
nothing to attack. Oh my god, I don't know why they would even throw these at people. Okay,
Simply.
yeah. Hey, that hits.
Are we in agreement that we're not saving the lady who was doubting us?
Who?
But
No, we
she's in
should
a
save
perfect
as many
safe
as
position.
possible.
She'll be fine, unfortunately.
Ah,
I mean, this is yet again a situation where I can't help, so...
Run, fools!
It's not that she was doubting you, she was asking for proof.
Yeah, okay, well... You're dumb.
Well, that's strange. She might have been overly, not convoluted, but really stuck on her points, but it's not like she was Walter Pack or anything like that, so... Yeah, it was a bit annoying, but we shouldn't let her cook just for doing her job.
To a start, but there was some semantics there with the whole discussion where it's like, believe us. Okay, why? You gotta. Okay, why? God.
Because our limited pieces of proof are better than no proof at all. Take it and enjoy. Swallow
I would
it
argue
all.
that these are explanations for events that are happening that you have no explanations for, but that doesn't matter. We shouldn't be caught up in this because we have limited time to play.
We're not. We're rolling, aren't we?
Yes. You also watch as the councilwoman has taken to one of the pews. She is also aiding you, Rigel, in directing everyone, getting them into orderly fashions. Her calming voice suddenly taking effect as through the fires that they seem to have calmed down a bit.
Hey, those two are good. They got out of their bite attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one escaped too.
Oh,
Good
boy.
job. Ah, that one ran right to danger. Idiot.
You're just up there, not chopping away the ceiling. I'm like, oh, I almost had it.
Right? Jack's hanging upside down, hits, looks down. Hit.
No, goodness.
you see, when a mommy fire and a daddy fire love each other very much.
They consume living people.
Yeah. The drawbacks of burning passion.
Okay, I doubt I'm gonna get through the ceiling anytime soon. I guess it's time to use the skill that all gnomes are known great for.
Building mechs?
Burrowing?
Yes.
Oh, so you're a red cap, not a gnome.
Well, that's why I don't have any
So,
burrowing
ambushing?
techniques. I'm going to ambush this fire. I'm going to ambush the hell out of it.
Ah, the good old
Girl,
Reddit
never see me
ambusheroo.
Fire will never see me coming.
Go for it.
It's not my turn yet. Grigori still has to shoot the flames with his pistol of awesome.
You can shoot the skulls with the pistol of awesome.
That's
Probably a better choice.
You're not wrong.
Take your pick.
Yep, I'm going to shoot How do I ping again?
You just click and hold.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna shoot that one. This one right here.
This one? That one right there?
Can honestly just say bottom right.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
Take the shot.
One. Yeah, there you go. Holy crap.
He took the shot.
So
damn.
You watch as Grigori smacks the bottom of his holster, the gun flying up to the air. He catches his other hand and fires one quick shot directly into the nose of it and sends the glass shattering outward, away from the innocent townsfolk. Unbeknownst to everyone else, Grigori, you see the glass pinned into the wall in the shape of an A.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
A brief, stunning moment for all of you as you go, man, he's hot.
Yeah, even Raphael like stops and like turns around. He's like, whoa.
These girls ain't loyal.
Skill.
Like some of the girls, like some of the females in the building that's currently on fire, like even they stop and they're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Like, pause when they're directing and is just kind of staring at that. Well, you know that her gaze seems to be a bit lower.
And then there's like two dancing in the background going like, that's my type. That's my type.
No, there's a fire going on. They're more focused on the fire going around. Jack, you're up.
Alright, what progress has the roof made?
Let me roll. Rat folk, the deck's focused. They're doing a terrible job of digging their way through. Some of them actually just stopped and moved down to their matron and are just trying to aid her in her escape.
Alright, in that case, Jack does a running leap. Can I use that as part of the attack or no? Reading, not needed. Okay, so axe through skull, super effective. Yeah!
Roll me an attack. Cutest widow sailor.
Every time.
Which skull were you aiming for?
The one I'm standing next to.
Oh. As you come barreling down on it, trying to upstage Grigori, you whiff. Its head kind of spins from the wind coming off of your hammer, and you definitely broke that pew beneath you in half, but you failed to hit it.
Jack looks up with a glare.
You start to think, perhaps Sal was just a lucky slug. Rigel, you're up.
Alright, let's see. So, before I do anything else, while I was running to the door and trying to keep my promise to get the door open, you notice that skull right there about attacking that person. Grigori basically fires into oblivion. I try and go, thanks, Grigori. And then I go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think. Oh, no. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, so, let's see, Deacon's in front of me, and then the sheriff. Is there any chance I can take... Let's see, no. Is there any chance my prestidigitation can affect the lock about two...
There's no lock. It's a bar.
A bar, I'm sorry. The prestige can...
Prestidigitation is a 0 level spell. This is a rather large bar that, even if it wasn't a magical effect on it, it'd be well past the size of what prestidigitation could affect.
Alright, so in that instance, I am... let's see. Would me...
For small miracles.
Yeah. And parlor tricks, though those don't go over well. But let's see. Yeah, let's see. So the first action was moving those 3 spaces. My sword's already sheathed, so... any chance I can try to use my sword sheath by me grabbing the sheath with the hilt and the handle. I'm raising up so if I try to break the sheath using a combat maneuver. No, the sheath, the hilt. Yeah, if you use try the hilt to try to force it Good.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay, that was more combat maneuver, but alright, I'll take it.
I mean, it's strength to lift. I'm giving you a bonus due to using Fulcrum. Okay, so Rigel, you start lifting with the hilt of your, start lifting with your sword, as Gibbs is on the other side, using that gorilla-like strength to push with you. The sheriff giving up on trying to protect himself and just getting his shoulder under it and lifting, as various other townspeople start pushing against the door, and finally the door gives way. A massive blow of wind comes firing out the door as the flames continue to roll on.
Alright, while that's happening, I just go, I'm pushing forward like that, and then, Gibbs in the strip going like, alright, let's push! And then you die! And then it goes open down.
Mm-hmm.
And most likely, Gibbs is running for dear life, and so is everyone else, so don't fall to him there.
Gibbs is actually pulling some people out of the fire and pulling them away.
Well, I'll be. Alright, so I guess that's my turn, given everything I can do.
Cypress, you're up.
Well, I could murder all these townsfolk.
That would solve some things.
You could.
You could, but then Grigori would execute you.
And then the fire would cover up the evidence. I mean...
Grigori, well, I guess I have to shoot you in the head.
Man.
Guess I gotta shoot you in the head. Shoot you in the foot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at shooting. Shoot you in the knee. I'm so bad. Just work your way up to the head.
Yep.
I guess all I can do is I will cast Shadow Trap on this. Well, first off, do these skulls cast shadows?
Sure. Very pretty,
cool.
colorful shadows. With
Yeah,
the
cool.
light going through them.
Then they'll be
Is that
trapped
an
by the
arcane
color.
spell?
No, it is not.
Oh, darn.
So
Okay.
I'm going to Shadow Trap that one. It's got to make a will save.
It's undead, but does have will. Well, yeah. What's the DC? It failed.
Oh, I
It
didn't have
failed.
the DC there. Alright, so it can no longer move 5 feet from that spot.
Okay.
It's stuck in that spot.
The lights seem to pin it down, forming a kind of like crystalline shadow barrier around it. Almost like it's up on a pedestal of light.
Neat.
Yeah. Raphael, you're up. This fire is spreading fast.
Which is unfortunate. Well, so question: since I doused this area, it's less likely to catch, correct? Because it's pretty drenched.
Yeah, that's why I moved the fire from here to there.
Yeah, but we've got the biggest issue is over here. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, Dios mío. I need to get. I guess I'll go this way, and I'll try to start fighting these guys over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make it, right? So,
Yeah. And you can make a common maneuver check with Create Water to try and douse the flames.
yeah. 15.
That is enough to douse this fire.
Sweet.
Indeed. You're all starting to worry about the structural integrity of this building, though, as this fire is going. You have the idea that if this fire doesn't go out soon, this building's not standing.
Just need to get these doors open.
The doors are open.
Come
Doors
on,
have been
Deacon,
open.
I believe in you.
The doors are open.
Oh, cool.
Rogers decided we
Anyway,
can't go by looking so hot by forcing it open.
noise. Yeah, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okie dokie then. Deacon, you're up.
Well, since the door seems to have been taken care of, I will attempt to manufacture another blessing. I create the hell out of that water.
Which one you putting out?
This one right here.
Okay. Are you going to move out of the building or what?
I will probably move like one forward, but I am trying to cover people's exit. Saying I'm trying
Okay,
to,
then.
Yeah.
God, this feels like playing XCOM with me just moving units. These ones move up 5, those ones move up.
95% chance to hit. Miss.
Yeah.
Misses. Next turn, 98 chance to hit. Misses. Next turn, 99 chance to hit. Misses.
Enemy, 7% chance to hit.
Hits.
Let's see. Actually,
Am I salty about it? I don't know.
Actually, now I think about it, with the most of the crowd running to the doors open, would a movement not be repeated now?
I mean, it's not bad anymore.
Oh, okay. So it's back to six squares a turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just I was thinking because everyone else is going in, the only reason our movement was impeded was because the crowds are doing that.
Nah,
The crowds are Alright, just checking. Not that the stars are stopping.
There we go. And this one gets a nice little fire friend. Alright, Grigori, you're up.
One moment. I'm going to shoot this skull here.
Alright.
So, taking that shot, and I think it's dead.
Yeah, there's not even shards left, there's dust. There's a bright little sparkle of light, just is all that remains. Because they told me to only send 2 of these things at you people with 5 HP. Deal with D2 damage. I don't know what they're thinking.
Dealing with a Holy Gun Paladin. I don't think they had a Holy Gun Paladin in mind for this adventure.
Maybe, but still, they're weak. Jack, you're up.
Could have sent Tarask?
Next game.
1 sec.
We should do a little golf commentary here. Jack is presently lining up his shot.
Indeed.
It's a rather blisteringly hot day here in the town hall, but Jack, a known expert at dealing with unusual territory, takes a quick swing, breaking through the skull as though it were a walnut he intended to devour. The glass shards scattering all across the land. He looks quite resplendent as the light casts a rainbow of light upon him.
And I think we all clap politely.
There's a tinkling, almost clapping noise as the glass falls to the ground. Rigel, you're up.
Alright, so...
And Cyphus, you're on deck.
Alright, very good. Let's see. So I guess, wait. Okay, everyone's moving out there. That's good. Gives help. Let's see, is Kendra unconscious, or she's not really moving right now?
Kendra seems to be making sure that everyone else is making their way out. She's keeping an eye on you, Rigel, and also you, Raphael. She's ushering for you to come forward, as she's worried about you.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm getting out of there.
Hates all you guys.
Right. Anyway,
I don't trust it.
Oh boy. Let's see then. If that's the case, I'll just look to Kendra and just go. Make sure everyone gets out of here. Make sure everyone gets out of here. I'll try to do my best to these fires. I tell her it's like 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll move up. So I know everyone's going out. I know they're going to get out. I'll move to this fire and cast Prestige.
Wait, you're going to do prestidigitation on this fire?
Yeah, the fire.
Okay. Roll me a combat maneuver check. I've watched too much 5e. I keep wanting to say with disadvantage.
Oh. Well, there's a small chance that it might not make it in the first place,
So, Raphael, you have seen many a miracle upon the deserts, as have you, Grigori, when traveling with Cyphus. Somehow, with puny prestidigitation, you see him manage to, soak his cloak and just put this fire out.
Huh!
Well, if we don't make it as adventurers, maybe we can be the Raven Grove Fire Department.
Where were you people 60 years ago?
Right.
What have you having any of this issue?
Well, in my defense, I kind of was out of existence in a spirit, so with all due respect, that's my excuse.
I was 3 years old.
This campaign's gonna end with a time machine. You guys just undoing the plot. I'm down for it.
But then we get rid of the whole reason for all of us meeting, and then everything reverts back
It's
to
fine.
normal.
You just gotta kill the professor
As a baby.
or whatever.
All right, guys, here's the plan. We will take control of the Whispering Way, use their power to create a portal in time, go back in time, kill the professor, make sure we all meet.
Cyphus, you're up as I plot my time travel.
We'll call it time.
10, 15.
It does dramatically increase the odds of you guys getting to ride dinosaurs.
5.
Jack's down for dino riding.
Who hears dino riding oh, that sounds like war? Ew, dino riding. I hear they smell.
Don't talk to my previous character.
Well, I don't really
Every
have
single
anything
character in
helpful.
every single campaign I've ever played, if given the option to ride a dinosaur, they'd go, yes, I'll take one.
Not my last character. He would have looked at them and said, they're too tall.
I think your current character... Well, no, never mind. Your current character would look at the dinosaur, and then we'd be like, where'd Jack go? And then he'd be on top of the dinosaur, and we're like, how did you move that fast? And then he's just sitting there going I just want to slide down its tail like they do in The Simpsons. Or The Simpsons. Flintstones. Christ.
Potato,
Just go
potato.
leave.
I failed everyone. I have brought shame upon my house.
Stage right.
Right.
I can't do anything.
He's like, I'll stay out here where it's safe. And there's no
I can't even
point.
get to the fire because I was going to go to the fire and try to check the book in it, but now the fire's out, so.
Exit stage. Get the F
I'm
out
just
of here.
leaving.
Go ahead.
Raphael, there's a brief pause. We're oh no, is everyone out? Is Cyphus okay? He's kind of anemic looking. Oh, he's gone.
I'm gonna do one last sweep of the area, and then I'm just meow. Or however far I go in a full round move action, whatever. I just
If you're doing a
I
run,
pop
you're
up.
fine.
You know what? This is fine. I pop up right up here, and I'm like, hey, how are you guys? Are you okay? Is everyone fine? Did you get burned?
I'm fine.
As
You
we're
okay?
in the burning building.
How are you guys doing? You want something to eat?
Yeah.
Deacon.
I'm like,
you're
don't
up.
forget to drink water when we get out of here.
Is everyone stretching?
Everyone stretching. You don't want to pull a hammy when you're running away.
Well, this fire seems to have escalated far out of control.
You can take it. Is all you hear from somewhere in the pews.
Well, I think Rigel has.
Should we try to save the building?
Has the left side
Jack's
of the building.
going to.
He can handle those. I will do what I can for these 3 fires, and we're just gonna create water again, I guess.
Oh,
although,
well, darn it! I guess I should have. I guess I should have done.
It's all good. It's all good. You can go back up north and take care of the northern flames.
Well, no, we need to concentrate our effort on this side where things are getting out of control.
Yeah, and I
That's
was like right there. I should have just. I didn't know we were gonna like stay and fight the fire. I thought we were trying to get out of the building.
Okay, so we're all running like cowards, right? Oh, we're helping? I'm so proud of you guys. Also timing.
I don't know how much I'm actually helping. Does a 14 put out the fire?
14 does put out the fire.
Woot.
Where were you putting it out?
Putting out this one over here. Maybe we can
okay.
save half the building.
Yeah.
Make the rebuilding.
You'll get half a trust point.
Yeah. We can use that.
Don't know about you guys. No. I don't know about you guys, but no, look, we're still trying to get out of here. We just doing this to cover our own escape. And ours too.
Oh, yeah. I have a frog in my throat on that one.
Gregory, it's your turn. Gregory.
You thought the fire was your ally.
Trying to figure out where to go next. You know what?
There's the last goal to kill.
Kindred.
Oh, there's that last skull. My character sheet was blocking out the skull.
Right. The funny part was Jack stopped here, looked at the skull, looked at Gregory, looked at the skull, looked at Gregory, pulls his hammer up, and then he looks back over at Gregory. Gregory turns. He's like, ah.
Is he gonna?
Oh wait.
Untouched?
Oh no, I do have quick reload, so I don't need to worry about reloading that time.
Yeah, because you didn't move anywhere.
Flicking a bullet in the air, you catch it in midair, and fire quickly, shattering the skull into pieces. There's an immaculate spray of colors cast upon the entire room, exalting you, because you're Grigori, and you're hot like that.
God, you are gunslinger, girl. That is what you are.
Right?
Just the bullets just like pop out of your cleavage, and you grab them with your gun.
Gunslinger.
I fear of what kind of world it would have been like if you were.
Right? Had you rolled a gunslinger, that would have been so much more devastating somehow. Not sure how, but somehow.
Gunslinger, and if Doomboy had given me like the guns I wanted off the bat, just nothing would be living here.
Nothing can stop me.
I mean, you guys are mostly fighting undead, so.
I don't know. I prefer you as a paladin because that gives us the option of like a mobile pulpit with a gun emplacement on it.
It does.
Do you remember? Does anybody remember Trigon?
Yes.
No, I've never heard of this thing. Trigun, who cares?
Oh yeah, Trigon. No.
Do you remember Wolfwood's portable confessional?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anywho, Jack, you're up.
I think Grigori should definitely invest in a portable confessional.
The councilwoman is one of the last people in there. She is making sure that everyone is getting out safely. She's not leaving until everyone's good.
Alright, so Jack will... oh wait, how much does this actually do? 8 gallons. 10. Okay, so yeah, Jack's trying to put these fires out.
Okay. Roll me a common maneuver check.
All right.
If you want to put 2 fires out, I'll allow it, but you'll be penalty to spread the water out enough.
Okay. Combat maneuver. So I just won't get the +4? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, essentially. So give me 2 rolls. First one's up.
And
Ooh, you're struggling to put this one out.
alright, so it's half out.
Yeah.
It's wet wood, that's better than nothing. It's not gonna burn any farther now.
Yes.
So I've stopped its forward progression. Ching!
Oh, speaking of, yeah,
Not
we
bad.
should probably start doing that with the create water, is like, hemming the fire in.
I just did on this side.
Nice work.
All right. So, Rigel, you're up.
Alright, so let's see. Looking around, I see Jackson doing his part with that. That's good. I see Jack doing his part to contain the fire. That's good. Kendra is watching me and make sure most everyone is out, right?
Yes.
Alright then. Turn to both Kendra and the council member. I go, keep going and make sure everyone else is out. I'll try my best to put out these flames. Don't worry about me, just move. And after saying that, I get take 3 steps here, and once again with prestidigitation.
Okay, give me another roll.
No, combat maneuver?
Yep.
Okay.
Though the prestidigitation isn't much help, you are able to quickly pat the flames out.
Alright. Oh, so does that take this one out in front of me, or is it not?
It's out. Sometimes people need a moment to delete things.
Alright.
He was distracted. It's my fault. I sorry.
Oh. No, it's not you. Considering how much of this fire's still there, yeah, I'm still trying my best to make sure if all goes out. So, yeah, at this point, call this, yeah.
Cephas, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna use diplomacy to try to organize the people outside to start bucket brigade to try to keep other buildings around here from getting catching on fire.
You watch as you note that already some of the people have started forming a chain to the nearby river, led by the 2 sheriff's sons, who are just... Yeah, but with your help, you've got them moving much better in tandem. You're helping direct them with their fire, like make sure to cast that on the wall so the fire doesn't heat up there. And they're starting to make their way towards feeding the sheriff himself buckets to cast inside to hand to you guys. But roll me a diplomacy check to facilitate the process.
Expedite.
25.
Nice.
Okay, so you as a professor have led many a classroom, and you are getting this group project going swimmingly. There is no one that's not doing their full work.
Does everyone have a buddy?
Right. All of you are partnered up now.
Like, you even note that Gibbs has his hands just dunked in a pool of in a bucket, wasting a bucket and wasting the water, and you quickly snap for him to get to work. He gives you a snarl and just tentacles out the mouth. He's like, yep.
I will say it is really refreshing to have a professor that notices when you don't have a buddy.
Yeah, right.
Bueller, you're around. Bueller, I'm gonna give you a touch of badness. You don't get your butt back here.
I'll make you see the principal, and the principal is an unknowing, uncaring entity that eat the stars.
But eagles are free.
Raphael, you're up. Your friends are suddenly being responsible and doing their civil duty.
I was like, okay. Okay, cool. Everyone cool. I'm gonna go back up here, and I'm gonna hit this with water. Yeah. I'm like running, right? And I stop, and I'm like, oh, and then I just go backwards, you know? It's just
like you started in the background, making sure everything's safe, and then
you watch as Raphael pulls a sick moonwalk.
Right?
Yeah, just like oh. I don't have high enough decks. I don't think I. Well, I mean,
Stairway
12 decks,
worshiper.
it's above average. It's fine.
Stairway worshiper. It's a sunwalk.
Boo! Combat maneuver bonus. Nice.
Poof! It's out. As you bless the rains down over Robin.
Can I try to? Can I? Never mind. It's all.
Yeah, one at a time. Deacon, you're up.
All right, let's try and control the fire's spread. I suppose I'll move a little bit closer. It doesn't still count as difficult terrain, does it?
No.
Cool.
No. As you start making your way forward, you trip over something and you look down and you have no idea. Only realize it was probably that invisible rat folk.
That's right, you did.
Invisible rats.
And like you're worried, like, did I step on her tail or her face?
Yeah, you would have heard something.
I think you just kind of into it.
Yeah. You're hoping you got like a rib, not a face. Roll me a combat maneuver check.
It's good.
That is going to be 17 with my manifest. I was actually going to do this one to stop its spread, but you know.
Okay.
You reduced the other one in size. Oh, damn.
Alright, there's not much in the way of fires left. The sheriff is going to step in, and he is going to, throwing a bucket onto the water, try and douse it. It's less actually putting the flames out, more just soaking the area to make the fire not spread as well due to an oil fire. And with the help of the water, he is able to soak one out. As he then just chucks the bucket back to everyone else, and someone moves in to hand him another.
I turn next to the sheriff and go, "Thank you, Sheriff." As I continue, but that waits my turn.
Let's chat more splash.
Let's chat more splash.
Grigori, you're up. As you watch the sheriff, I think, is he trying to look cooler than me?
No one is cooler than Grigori.
There is only one who can be as cool as me.
Jack hopping his head up. Yeah!
Oh no, it's the rat folk after getting your tail. How have you people survived to level 3?
Jack is how. Well, technically, it's Grigori.
Who's up? Do what you gotta do, buddy.
Dude, we have survived in spite of Jack.
I'm gonna get that water and help get the flames out.
Alright, give me a combat maneuver check.
Go ahead.
Turning the line, but as you're not exactly proficient with bucket, but you do manage to douse the fire. You go for more of a shotgun method and just spray and pray.
Yep.
I'm talking.
Soaking. Jack, you're up.
Alright,
You're a bit morally conflicted at putting out fires, as it's just fire trying to be itself, but, you know, everyone's gonna complain if you don't.
well, no, Jack has prevented the spread. You know, it's no longer spreading. So at this point, he's looking and seeing who's in here. Is she still standing there?
Yeah, she seems a bit too distracted.
Alright, so Jack is going to... Oh yeah, gets there. Alright, so yeah, he totally kind of spear tackles her to get her out.
Okay. Yelling for her to move, she begins making her way out and assuming the bucket chain. Although she's first in line handing you a bucket, Corey. She has the hots for you.
Alright, and then
you're up.
the last thing I would do after chasing her out is cast one more water.
Go for it.
Buttons.
Yeah.
Who's got the buttons?
She
They gave me a
won't trust
listing
your
on,
word,
like-
Grigori, but she'll suck your dick.
Hey, Grigori didn't say a word to her, okay? It was all ciphers. Just sunk your eyes, okay? I can summarize
Cyphus, it's that one scene with Charlie where he's crazy.
1, 2, 3.
We all know what I'm talking about. The one where he gets snobbish. That's Cyphus in my head.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I saw that one once. I can't remember, but let's see. So the sheriff is he's going bucket brigade, and he's going to continue on attacking this fire right here.
Yeah. Whenever his turn comes up.
Right. So what I'm going to do then, trying to so divine conquer, I'll move myself 1, 2, 3.
Jump
Yeah.
fires.
Anyway, after that, I'll one more round of prestige.
Okay.
I will keep my clothes not on fire. Huh.
Just remember
Again,
to
less the prestidigitation and more you just feverishly smacking at the fire, forcing it out.
And you keeping your cloak wet enough that it won't light.
Yep. So essentially, what you see with me, I'm jumping between the seats right there, and taking off the outer part of my coat. I'm effectively doing this, which you almost would say is almost a Brazilian makeshift dance, effectively with a damp coat smacking fires around.
You've seen this dance before, Jack. In some cultures, it's kind of a mating dance. You're wondering who the lucky gal is until you remember Kendra.
No, that's the best part. Is Jack slowly looks to his left and sees Kendra still in the building and goes, now it all makes sense.
She is going to start making her way out as she was making sure her friends are okay.
Kendra, his mating dance was for you.
What? No, never mind.
You just hear Raphael in the back, just like, ha!
Yep, remember the sheriff said.
That makes perfect sense. That's exactly how I saw this happening too.
Cyphus, you're up.
I'll go up to the councilwoman and I'll say, this is exactly the reason why we need to go into Hairstone.
Focus on the fire.
I've done all I can for the fire.
Roll me a will save.
Okay. I'm not good at fire. I'm also really good at losing my character sheet.
Me too.
Which is impressive.
It's hilarious. I put it in the same spot every time.
It just feels like it moves.
That would be
not engineering.
I don't always lose my things, but when I do, it's because I put it somewhere safe.
Yeah, I don't listen to her.
Sorry, some else is sticking.
I don't know where it is, but I know it's safe.
Raphael, you're up.
Hello.
Bit.
Hi everyone. Raphael here. I'm gonna hit with this bit. I'm gonna get that little bit right there. Yeah, that's nice. That's a 25.
Just by the sheer force of presence, water seems to form before you can even let out the spell, and it's gone.
I've been down in Africa.
Sarah's just there up on her cloud, just going, getting a lot of pings for great water today. Look, I know.
And she's like, and what is this odd present?
Deacon, you're up.
Let's go over here, and I don't particularly want Rigel to burn to death in a fire, even though he is a Lamashtu worshiper.
It is true. It is true.
You know what? No, Jack had it right. Whoever suffers me for friggin' the match too.
So, does a 12 put out the fire?
You're using create water with Lamash?
Yes, I'm trying to create water.
Which one?
This one right here.
So, that has a weird gamey smell. You don't want to pin it down.
Alright, so Deacon was partly distracted by darkly muttering about plebeians and peasants as he was doing that.
As the sheriff's gonna throw out another bucket. I'll say, for the sake of brevity, that this fire doesn't have any chance to spread, and over the course of the next, 5 minutes, all of you manage to get water in here, you're soaking everything, sweeping, cleaning.
Jack has a perfect plan.
Go on. Because they made it DC 12. That's way too easy. And a +4 for creating water?
Well, we'll see. Jack seeing that the fire...
That's an awful lot.
Yeah, exactly. But Jack seeing that the fire is almost out and seeing that opportunities to have pranks is almost over, runs himself to a nice position so he can create water in a splashing cone formation.
Okay.
Only able to get his buddy Rigel, but getting this fire out while he's at it.
So, making the best of the situation, a small Joker battle breaks out as the fire is doused. The sheriff kind of scolds you two for playing in the middle of this, but even he's one to recognize, there's no harm now.
Alright, so Deacon is going to have himself a nice Christopher Nolan Dark Knight moment where he walks up the aisle of the charred and burned state building and puts on his helmet.
The councilwoman is quickly calming everyone down, stopping the ladder chain, making sure everyone gets whoever's bucket was whose back. As
Raphael is going to make his way outside and do a quick wah to kind of heal the wounded from the fire. Sorry to interrupt you.
Despite the lateness of the night, it shines as bright as the day for but a moment. The councilwoman is quick to talk to the other council members, and they are saying something amongst themselves.
Jack is spending the time collecting all the glass he can find.
Okay. So, while you're putting out the last bit, you see a little sailor-suited Jack who's stripped down to just his pants, I think, or are you just in your underwear?
Pants and a hat.
Pants and a hat with a bag of swag of glass just thrown over his shoulder. There's a little bit of blood coming out the back, but you know what? All the better for him.
He looks smiling.
I'm just gonna stare for a second, and then maybe go to Kendra and go try to make sure she's okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you doing? I saw when this whole thing started. You caught fire a bit. Is anything burnt? Do you need healing? Did you get Raphael?
She shushed you. I'm fine, okay? As long as you're okay, I'm okay.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Grateful that it didn't turn out worse than it could. Well, all things considered. I see looking around the burnt remains of what was once the town hall.
If there's any damage we can rebuild, this is not the end of things. And I think you've made a good impression on the council.
Yeah, let's hope things should pan out better. Listen, Kendra, I guess there's a couple of things I can talk to you about whenever we can, but, yeah, for now, let's see how this pans out with the council. Yeah.
So, Councilwoman Myrta steps forward to all of you after confiding with the others. I have done some discussion and some thinking on the matter with Ravengrow, Harrowstone, and the events that must happen. And I think that we're going to go on break.
What?
Yeah. See you all in about 10, 15
you're
minutes.
good, you.
I want to sing climb every, but it's more like make every cliffhanger.
Well, while we're on
we'll
break,
see you all.
anyone in the chat wants to post any questions, feel free, and we will tackle those momentarily. Until then, we will be right back.
I think I'm just gonna chill right here.
Yeah, get me a drink. Yeah, get me a drink.
I like this guy here. Fire doesn't usually dodge, but when it does, you are in trouble. Yeah, that's true.
This is gonna be good.
So, do we want to discuss anything pressing during the break?
Don't think so. She tries to stop us. I am vaporizing townsfolk.
Oh, that'll go great.
Oh, on a side note, how many townsfolk did we let die and how many did we save?
Like 4 and saved a good lot.
So I meant like put the fire out on them that could have died.
Oh.
Saved.
About 4.
Good. At least we'll have some people in this town that might love us.
I would like to say that I got the rat folk lady on our side, but then again, I did drop the pillar on her, so...
I cannot help but grasp you guys dicking around, murdering people left buttholes that you are. And then it's like, wait! Well, we can't have that.
Okay, first off, what do you mean we've been, like,
You're
walking around?
Only one that's done that is Jack. And then Jack goes, wait, you mean there's a thing called reputation?
And to be fair, we only killed 2 people.
Right? Everyone else has died of their own causes.
And it was self-defense. I think we're being unfairly treated personally.
It was perceived self-defense, at least.
It was self-defense.
The situation definitely could have been handled better.
No one's arguing that.
Raging, oh yeah, if you weren't a 2-foot-tall raging pint of aggression that can one-shot a villager, you're probably right.
In a delightful campaign I played in with a group of mine, we got attacked by some bandits that then later tracked us back to our hotel room and attacked us again. Were trying to kill us, and one of the players responded with lethal force, having this spell that shot at burning hot iron spikes and killed them. Wiped the floor with most of them. This is a game where we get to fluff up our own spell, so he made it shoot burning iron spikes. And then we got brought to a king, and he's like, "Oh, for your crimes." Like, "Well, what crimes?" Like, "Those boys you killed." It's like the bandits, they were boys. Like, they attacked us twice. They hunted us down. Also, I'm a pacifist. I didn't throw a punch.
Oh, no.
It made for a very amusing situation. And one of the few times I was like, person. Because a lot of other times it's like, oh, no, I am a butthole. Know what I'm doing.
I try not to make murder hobos, but we just always end up in these situations anyway. So it's like
I don't play murder hobos, but I play people that speak their mind.
The NPCs inspire murder in my heart.
I don't play murder hobo, but Jack is the closest thing I have.
Jack is exactly a murder hobo. Shut up.
Listen,
I don't play murder hobos, he says, whilst currently playing a murder hobo. Like,
But he's not a murderer hobo. He's had plenty of opportunities to kill more townsfolk, and he hasn't.
Just name this episode "The Murder Hobo
With,
Saved the
like-
Day."
yeah, it's like no, I totally could have killed that guy, but I didn't. Yeah, after we spent 30 minutes persuading you not to. Like, that doesn't count.
I think the bigger crime that I usually play with is greed. I'm just going like, yeah, they're probably not gonna miss this. I played 2 notorious thieves that just anything that wasn't nailed down went in their pockets. With my current
I
thief,
definitely. Sorry, keep going.
with my current thief, he keeps on like writing stuff down, and someone asks like, "Where's he getting all this parchment and like quills and whatnot?" It's like anytime there's a desk where no one's paying attention to it, he steals it. Like, why? Because he has hands, and they're the devil's playthings.
Giggity. I think the devil has more of an imagination for his kind of playthings. I've been watching Lucifer lately, so.
What you were saying?
What was I saying? Oh yes, no, I definitely had like an assassin thief character at one point in time. He was a dark elf, if that helps at all. But no, he was definitely a little klepto. Only when he could get away with it, though.
I intend to play a rat folk rogue who, whenever he steals things, he replaces it with walnuts. Just like, this is fine.
Nice.
This is a trade.
It's a trade. It's a trade. Yeah, exactly.
I just want the dragon to come
man.
home to like a hoard of walnuts.
So actually, a great story that I have about that assassin's character that I made. If anybody wants a story time, we get to a village. It was less a village and more like a budding like plantation where like this magistrate was getting his like really nice like house built, you know. So I'm like, oh, the house is like half built. He's like, no, the house is mostly built. It's just still under a bit of construction. So I was like, oh, perfect. Has the magistrate moved in? Yeah. Oh, perfect. I was like a level 2 character after that. This is AD&D. This was a while ago. We were playing AD&D, and I snuck into the place, and I caught the magistrate. Like, it was like right at night. He was in his study, like just like drinking wine in front of the fire, right? And I killed him, and it was just crazy rolls. It was just one of those situations where it was nuts, bonkers rolls. Totally got the drop on the guy, killed him, stole everything, like buried it outside, like in the outskirts of town, because there was like a bunch of paintings and shit. So I like took my time to take all these paintings and all of his stuff and like buried it, and then I set the place on fire, snuck back into where we were staying, and then like burst out of the place in my small clothes and helped the citizens fight the fire.
In a delightful campaign.
Oh, and I think I got orcs blamed for it too. Yeah, I got a group of orcs blamed for it. So that was just great.
The DM had a very good policy of having a pre-established earlier event between your character and another character, so you would have like things to talk about. And me and my best buddy, we went to like this underground poker game in the middle of this like very rich house that apparently didn't even belong to the did not belong to the people having the poker game. They just came in whenever the other folks were on vacation. We ended up killing a mind flayer because I realized that the guy was cheating. My guy made it to the final round of this poker game without knowing how to play the game. And it's like, okay, no weapons whatsoever. What are you going to do? It's a mind flayer, as the DM's prepping to have this mind flayer come back to, be an issue. It's like, I'm going to take the table we were playing on and pin him to the wall with it. It's like, oh, yeah, you pin him. He's too weak to actually fight against it. It's like, so you're in this wine cellar with no weapons. What are you doing? Grabbing bottles off the wall and just smashing them on his head, stabbing him with the bottles.
Hell yeah.
We ended up killing the
That's some
mind flayer.
gangster shit.
We ended up killing the mind flayer with no real money/reward. I cut off some tentacles for trophies. And then I turned to my buddy, a swashbuckler, me and Ranger, like, alright, let's loot this house. We took everything we could, threw it onto the priciest looking dresser, threw all the fancy looking clothes, started making our way out the door, dropped the dresser, stole the doorknobs because they were crystal and threw them in, and then just went out. And the DM went like, well, you don't have that money. It's like, well, what happened to it? You spent it that night partying. Heck yeah, I did.
Alright, so before we go back to game, I will tell my brief story about a thief character that I wanted to make. Haven't made it yet.
Go on.
So I want to do one of the prestige classes where it's like, it's not the Diabolist and it's not the Demoniac, it's the one where you're neutral evil and you worship the Four Horsemen and you get all the soul trap stuff. So that way I can like break into some fancy guy's house, come in there and say, oh, I'm here to steal something, but it's not your money. I want your soul.
Oh, snap.
Alright, back to the game.
And on that note,
So, outside the now cooled building, Councilwoman Mert Straylock, we've decided that we are going to contact an adventuring guild as soon as possible. We are going to have the sheriff look into Harrowstone as it is to investigate it and ensure that what you are saying is true and factual. While the adventuring party gets here as soon as possible, Father Grimburrow knows a Logan Roland, a famed paladin of Desna, who is also going to do his best to get here as soon as possible to remedy the situation. If anyone would like to do a knowledge local, it's not the highest DC.
I don't have that.
I'm just walking away
I'm
from
from
says
the
we're not allowed to
desert.
do it.
I'm gonna raise my hand. May I volunteer my services to go with the sheriff so that he does not get hurt?
Sheriff, do you think that would be prudent? He goes, as he's kind of like waffling on the fact that he has to go into Harrowstone.
I'm gonna like nod to the sheriff and be like, "Come on, dude! Like,
He takes
You
a quick look
need
at the
us."
councilwoman, who is kind of gently shaking her head no. Not so much that it moves, but giving it that kind of look. And the sheriff approaches you and puts a hand on your shoulder. As he begins to say, you can see his left eye wink to the right of him. Raphael, I don't think I need you in looking into this. I appreciate the notion, but we need to do as the councilwoman says and let the authorities investigate this. Winking on basically every single thing.
cool. I'm gonna sigh. I'm like, I suppose you are correct. I acquiesce.
I'm just in shock upon hearing that old name again.
Oh wow, the councilwoman trusting of the sheriff than I thought. That natural.
Yeah.
Now, will you all acquiesce to what we have said?
I will bow.
No, Deacon is not there listening. He is sitting in the front seat.
Oh, okay.
I call shotgun.
Yeah, Deacon has gone back to his seat. He seems to be in thought.
Okay, then.
I walked away.
I know you did.
Okay.
Don't worry, I paid attention to your storm off.
Good name for a character, by the way. Storm off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, make a Russian guy with storm magic.
I was watching this YouTube video, and they were talking about the like superhero aliases and stuff, and they were like every single alias from like every single superhero and supervillain like comics, it makes such a great band name.
Yeah. Anywho,
Yeah.
Thank you for letting the process go as it must. That we have done that which is best for Ravengro and for the surrounding areas. I appreciate your concern.
As much as you think.
I appreciate your concern in looking into Harrowstone, but we must let the professionals handle it. If there's any more business, as she looks to those that have remained, all right. Then. As she begins making her way off with the other councilmen.
I'm gonna stick around with the sheriff for a bit. And wait for them to be well out of earshot.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I honestly think there is a very easy way to go around all of this. Talking to the sheriff.
I'm listening, son.
Deputize us.
At
least some of us.
There's a bit of a financial element to that. Towns of certain areas can only have so many deputies, and
call us a volunteer force.
There's also a lot of paperwork to go through. It's not as easy as you think. I wish it were, because I can think of a good deal of people that I would bring in. But there's about 6 of you, and there's only 3 of us, so. If people are breaking into a prison, then maybe that's demand to give more money to us to better finance our patrols and our equipment and such.
All right. Well.
Now, I don't want to see any of you boys anywhere near Harrowstone, or else I'm going to have to do something unfortunate.
That we hear that loud and clear. So, when do you think you're going to be conducting your investigation?
They're going to have me there all week.
So, I think after everything happened, I'm giving you a doctor's note to take a day off because of the fire and the smoke inhalation, and I don't want your lungs going doing quadruple time. So, here's a note. Take some tea with honey and take a day off.
I'm gonna actually have to go into Harrowstone. Okay, I'm just gonna patrol the perimeter and look at stuff.
I'm just saying for today. I'm not even kidding.
It's
smoke inhalation is a very big issue. Take the day off.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna smack his back. Like I said, here, and take this tea mixture. I'm going to take out a little package of tea. I don't want you to drink this, okay? I just want you to inhale the steam from this, okay?
Yeah. Whiffs it towards himself.
Anyway.
Thank you. I ain't going to be doing much else. Burn a building down. Looks to Jack.
Okay.
All right then.
Wait, does he actually look to Jack? Does he look in Jack's actual location or where he thinks Jack might be?
God, you meth addict. God, those moments in anime where the guy's dashing all over the place and they just have an image all over the place? No.
Or it's like, wait, where did he go? And then you look down and it's kind of like an outlined silhouette of where they used to be, and it's like ding, ding, ding.
He's looking at what
I feel like that's more.
It's actually just Deacon.
I say we go back to the house and regroup.
Agreed.
You don't see me move or anything else like that, but if people around me, including Kendra, look at me right now, you see a look of abject shock on my face. 1 second it's shock, then it turns to anger, and then just hear me sigh and just go, let's go.
All you hear from one of the views at random is Jack going, the mating rituals of tall people.
As we're walking away, I'm kind of setting up a little blood pressure gauge on Rigel's arm, and I'm taking his blood pressure. I'm getting really concerned about you and Jack, honestly. I think you really need to take a day to really just kind of calm down and
Raphael, honestly, considering the name that the councilwoman just said, I'd rather deal with Jack for an entire week than be in the presence of that man again.
Oh no. Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So,
Alright, well, don't worry. We're going to make sure that you don't have to deal with that asshole.
he's not technically an asshole.
Might I suggest some calming tea? So I pull out another thing of tea.
And you have to wonder, can he use the fires of Town Hall, boil tea kettle?
That would have been a great idea.
Raphael, I appreciate your concern, but man, I just need some time alone.
Oh,
And
buddy.
You see in that instance of my hood down again, and yeah, my head's craned up, and
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to Kendra and like nudge her and be like, "Hey, Rigel said he needs to be alone."
Oh, well, then I think it's best that we all give him some personal time to...
That's not what I meant.
kind of like cowers a little bit. Do you want to be with him?
Go to him.
He wants to be alone.
Trust me. Go. Sometimes when a man says that he just wants, I'm going to do the air quotes, just wants to be alone, it means he needs a hug. Go give him cuddles.
So, you see her awkwardly approach Rigel as it's the only way she can approach anyone. So, Raphael said that because...
No, don't say that I said it!
You're too far away now!
I don't like... I don't actually yell that at her, but I'm kind of like, I'm like doing the whole like grabbing at my head, like, don't say that. Anyway, whatever. They can do their thing. I'm gonna go prepare my spells.
No. Rigel, Raphael told me that when you said you wanted to be alone, we're actually saying you want me to hug you. Is that true?
what? I stop for a second. I look around, look at Raphael, going.
Oh, Raphael's gone.
Yeah.
He's speed walking to the house. He's like, nope, speed walking to the house. I'm gonna go prepare my spells.
Deacon has not moved from his seat, so he's still back there.
Yeah. In the same way that the sheriff looked down and thought he knew who Jack was, only if I didn't know Jack. I look around and try to find Raphael, only if I know Raphael. So
Just a little dust cloud in the distance of him running away.
Just hear over the wind.
Serenity guide you.
bloody hell.
So, Deacon, you're deep in meditation.
Yeah. Deacon is sitting, looking at the fire and destruction, and thinking, do people really deserve to make their own choices? I mean, is this really what? Is this what? Should people be allowed to govern themselves?
Oh no. Cyphus is having similar thoughts.
This is the seeds for the antagonists of the next campaign.
Cyphus's thoughts are more along the line of these people don't deserve to be saved.
Well, that's okay, because Jack and his masterpiece of pure local knowledge has turned all of their stained glass windows into gnomish art.
Deacon is going to slowly rise. Look at the front of the building. He's pointedly ignoring Jack, and he will say, "What would a good man do?" Before he turns around and begins his solitary march home. He will, however, pause and admire Jack's handiwork. And he will say, "Jack, you truly are a beacon of delight in a cold, dark town. Never change."
As you make your way home, Deacon, you feel thoughts ideals begin to seeing yourself helping, guiding, pushing them to some towards being a leader, being a king. That with your keen mind, your silvery temper, would ever not trust you, that you deserve to, you have the power to, as you feel something not watching over, but almost strength. It's the idea of sheep, leading cowards and weak-willed men to your greater grand designs.
Alright, so I will stop and I'll think, king. Certainly an evocative title, but I think the real power has never been in government. It's always been in the clergy. Perhaps archbishop? Pontiff. I like the sound of that.
Pope.
The idea almost seems
Cardinal.
rather dressed in regal, flowing red and robes, something more immaculate, that the people to their knees and worship you, but a raise of the hand.
Alright, the goal has been set. Direction fixed.
Oh no.
God help us all.
Oh, the gods will help us, I'll be sure of that.
Raphael?
I totally thought you were gonna go, oh, don't worry, I will.
So, as you all find your way to sleep, those ideals persist and decay.
I think we skipped around.
Oh,
Where's Grigori?
sorry. Grigori, was there anything you had planned to do before going to bed?
Nope. Nothing that I could think of.
Okay.
I mean, I had something I wanted to do.
Alright then.
When they all get home, I'm sitting at the table drinking wine, which is kind of strange because you guys haven't really seen me drink before. I'm just gonna look up at you guys and go, I think we should leave.
Honestly, like Raphael probably got there before anybody else, so like
I left before the conversation was even over. As soon as she said she was about adventuring gear, I just left.
yeah,
So
I know.
hear-
And then oh, right, I meant you're there and then I got there before anybody else.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like you were there and then
Well,
I showed up.
I'm gonna wait for everybody before I speak my mind, but I'm just gonna tell you guys, I think we should leave.
Oh. Then yeah, I'm sitting there drinking wine with him and I kinda like startled look over at Cyphus and then think for a second and go, Yeah, I agree.
They don't want our help.
They don't want
we
our
lose
help.
out on the money, but who cares?
Honestly, at this point. I mean, I feel worse for the ghosts of Herostone than I do
For these people.
for these people.
I agree.
The one ghost. I like the one ghost. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, I think
Not the Soriana, just one of the
Yeah.
screaming skulls.
I feel worse for the screaming skulls than I do for these fucking people.
Screaming Skulls at least don't have any say in the matter.
yeah, they're just tormented.
That's what I'm saying. They're tormented. That's an awful existence. I feel bad for them.
So
So these people, like it gets to a certain point. I agree with Cyphus.
I just started to look at Raphael after hearing those words leave his mouth. But I was thinking about for a minute, just goes, as much as I'd rather not leave this under the chance, and yes, I'd sooner bathe in fire ants than deal with the guy in particular they're going to call for that, but I don't know. Leaving Soriana with this after she's been the one linchpin from having God knows what, the gods know what goes. Alright. That said, I don't know what we can do about it though, too.
Well, perhaps there is something we can do for Visoriana.
Oh, what?
Well, the
Tonight. Let's go
Whispering
tonight.
Way was able to remove a spirit. Perhaps if we knew how to do that as well, we could help her.
She wouldn't thank us. Just leave her to her fate. We've weakened the spirits. She should be able to hold out long enough for their adventuring group to come or whatever. If we really like we still need to do things, let's go to Leitenstadt. Or Liebenstadt, or whatever it's called.
Laufenstufen.
Laufenstufen, you're right. Let's just go there if we really feel we need to continue with this. The only thing that's keeping us here is the money.
No.
The only thing,
Also helping
Actually,
Kendra.
Jack just points at Kendra.
I was like, yes, but we obviously take Kendra with us. It's not safe here.
Yeah, I mean, the dead things have already came for her, and the living ones already tried once. So, no choice.
I think we take what we care about and we leave.
Even if the journey to Lippestadt would be too perilous, I'm sure Rigel, your family, would be willing to look over her for a while.
So yes, how'd you know? And then I just looked at Kendra, looked at Deacon, and I just nodded. Yes. For what it's worth, and I just turned to Kendra a bit and was like, I'm sorry, I want to talk to you earlier about this, but if you still want to discuss it later, we can. And I turned to the group of other girls. To make a long story short, before I got to Ravengrow and before this entire thing with Professor Larimer, Jeff, and Harrowstone, I actually got here with my Uncle Vic and my Aunt Calissa. They should be around the next town over. From what I last talked to them about, they should be on their way here. Should have been a week ago either, but regardless, I think
we meet them on the road.
That?
It was like 2 days ago.
Oh, they arrived here 2 days ago?
No, you sent the letter 2 days ago.
Oh, never mind.
How'd you send it?
Yeah,
It was a friggin' letter, not email.
Well, how did he send it? By mage mail or by?
by
Mage mail.
Also, the
no,
I
I
sent that term.
Well, it's just going to be a little bit of a surprise. They get the letter, and then 2 days later, they get Kendra.
that's actually what I was trying to avoid, actually, but
It's next day delivery.
no, it's like a regular post writer.
Those mail order Ustalavan brides.
Don't clown.
You just do that for Jack to change his.
Anyways, so. But yes, you're not wrong, Deacon. I actually was thinking about that, especially the terms were after a month, Kendra she makes her own plans on that front. But the real question is what to do with the house and everything here. I guess I started just to make sure they're notified, but I don't know what to do with the items here. And I'm not going to make them whole cart is over, not until they're getting to other parts of Ustalav.
Ask someone that we trust to take care of it, and then whatever happens, happens.
Pardon me, may I say something?
Of course.
There were certain ideals and difficulties my father had to struggle. There were people who mocked him for his ideals of trying to aid those that would not accept it, taking those that were evil and help them. They were monsters and could not be aided. He was kind to a fault, and his reward for this was to be killed if what you all said was true. But I don't think that my father would run away. And I don't think my father would have put his faith in all of you if he thought that you would run away from this.
I appreciate it, Ken. I really do, but I don't think it's a matter of us running away. I think it's a matter of us doing what we can here, but let's just say Ravengrow has other plans, and they choose to put their faith in, well, this mentoring party coming up.
Well, let me speak to them. I'll see what I can do.
I don't know. Maybe just my mind, but I think there might be something about that councilwoman where she's able to shall I say, get her way more than anything else. But if you think you can try to hack it,
she is a rather esteemed lady who has spent a good deal of her life working hard to get her way. As you see, Kendra roll up her sleeves, and I'm an only child, and I always got my way. So we will see who gets their way.
I suddenly blink after hearing her say that.
There's a small demonic chuckle coming from Jack as she's rolling up her sleeves.
Right. Well, anyway. So yeah, Kendra, if you I guess about not to presuppose plans, but if you still want to talk about any chance you want to get hell of Robin or anything else, you can come talk to me about that. I'm sorry if I don't overstep my bounds and try to make plans. I guess I was just trying to accept the things into place, so if you do need an exit plan, you have a way out. But you're right, the professor didn't quit, and I don't think we should either. The question is not if we quit, the question is what can we do now, and I think Cyphus may have the finger on the pulse of the situation.
You see that Cyphus has an expression of hurt on his face as he says, I find it hard to accept that you think that we're running away. I find it... We're cutting our losses. Okay? These people don't want help, then we shouldn't give them any.
You see me always look at Cyphus, and I give a gentle pat on his back after hearing his voice and his response.
I would happily help them if they asked for it, but they don't want... Not only have they not asked for it, they've actively sought to keep us from doing any good. I say screw them. I say we leave and we never look back.
Kendra looks to you, a kind of pain in her eyes, pain she's accustomed to, and you see her walk out and begin making her way somewhere.
Ken, where are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna push Rigel. I'm gonna push Rigel out to her. Go get her. Go get her.
Sarah got you.
Sarah got you. Sarah got you. As I give him a little pat on the butt. Out the door.
What? No!
3 at 3 o'clock. Is it 3 o'clock yet?
I'll keep an eye on Kendra at the very least. I don't know what she's going to do, but I'll keep a respectful distance and just keep an eye on her.
Alright, so they leave. I'm going to turn back around, kind of like put my hands on my hips.
But yeah, Kendra is just making her way out, and she's not really saying anything to you as she's making her to the west side to where the council folk live.
Deacon is going to look over to Cyphus, and he's going to say, in your readings, did you ever hear the parable of the men in the cave?
Yes, I have.
It's a difficult problem, the one of enlightenment. Those who don't accept the light will actively fight you because they cannot comprehend what they face. The choice we have to make is it better for us to leave them in the darkness that they've chosen, or to force the light on them?
Well, I am a cleric of the sun, so I think my stance is pretty clear. She swayed me, what can I say? She has a point.
The more we try to force it, the harder they will fight against us.
Yes,
It's not
but
worth it.
the least we can do is see it through.
We can see it through by going to Lepidstadt.
True.
We do have what we need.
In agreement. We should go to Lepidstadt.
Unfortunately,
Jack
we
looks
are but 6. We cannot save everyone. At least not yet.
Fair.
The problems in the town will only become worse and worse. And I doubt they will even survive till their adventuring party comes.
Well, we could always do what we can tonight. Go for one last raid. And then just leave them a note and let them know where we'll be when they decide that they want the best instead of the rest.
You want
And then
to
we
do
can
that?
go to Lipperstad. Because we got
One
stuff
last-
to do in Lipperstad.
One last little hurrah.
I think it's time for bed. I have drunk too much wine.
So after another 10 or so minutes, Kendra comes back. Her shirt is a bit ruffled, her hair a bit more messy, and she has a small sack of gold that she puts down. So, me and the councilwoman had a heated discussion, and she has agreed to hire you on as adventurers, as you are all part of an adventuring guild that my father established.
Cyphus
Wait.
laughs.
As
His
you know,
blood covers his eyes and laughs.
as you note, her knuckles are a little bloody.
Oh shit.
You don't know what happened.
Oh wow.
all that you get from Jack as he's looking around, seeing all of this, he's just kind of going. So I'll get up in the morning, and I guess we're going back to the dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, we have a contract now. We can't possibly renege.
Oh no, you better not renege her first.
And Cyphus laughs. He's like, I think it's time for bed.
Like Raphael is like bowing. He's like laughing and like bowing towards Kendra. Just like
She smiles to you and goes, "You worship a goddess, but I'm a queen."
So as Deacon goes to bed, he will stand up. He will pat Rigel on the shoulder, and he'll say in Elven, "She's a keeper."
You hear back in Elven, "You're darn right I am." Hang out with her dad with books. You think she don't speak Elven?
Damn right I am. That's awesome. I'm laughing so hard. Raphael's popping another bottle. He's celebrating now. He's like, wait, before everyone goes to bed, I suggest a nightcap.
Okay, I'll have one more glass.
I'm quite dumbfounded at the events that turned on that Kendra went to lengths that she did to do them. I mean, naturally, I tried to stop the fight as much as possible, but yeah, I think she just chucked me out a window and then.
Well, it's not Osiris plum wine, but who am I to refuse?
Yeah. I'm just too dumbfounded to talk right now after what I've just seen.
Jack sends the kids to bed and goes, "All right, guys, let's drink, party."
Sal complains a little bit because he's not tired.
Downstairs.
We're gonna need a name.
Jack's caps.
Oh no, absolutely not.
What? Why not? That is a perfectly great name.
Oh. The other guys.
No.
No.
Cap Incorporated.
I think this is something that we should sleep on.
Perhaps.
I'd like to suggest the Illuminated Brotherhood.
The Illuminati.
The unlimited cap.
Oh, I was going to suggest the. Sounds stupid now.
Just
Go ahead,
suggest it.
Brandon.
I'm drunk.
The nightlights.
Caps.
But yes, you all find yourself.
Starlight, Starbright.
What'd she say? What'd she
What
say?
did she suggest?
She suggested the librarians, like a dork.
The librarians.
No, the librarians.
The librarians.
No, we're not the librarians. I like the librarians, but we're not the light. We're not doing a portmanteau name.
Oh, for those of you in chat, when Cyphus is drunk, he gets, tentacle face.
Oh no.
Resting tentacle face. No, I don't have that spell prepared.
Hey, if you guys want to suggest a name for these guys, why don't you come over to D6 Discord? And while you're doing that, check out the Spell Tracker app, because it's quite good for whenever you need to just cast Create Water all day.
All day long. All day.
This is why desert games don't survive.
Hey, no one told you to allow divine casters. What?
Because when they realize
this
there's
many
no
of
limit
them.
on the number of times they can cast Create Water, the desert campaign becomes a beach campaign.
Right?
That's a topic for another day. So, as you all find yourselves to bed, Deacon, you are presented with happy dreams of raiding lost tombs, looking for treasures, as you begin making your way into a pyramid deep through these dank corridors to a massive throne room in the center. As you see a throne with no king, a crown in the center, almost calling to you. What do you do?
I will approach. I will reach down, I will pick up the crown, and I will hold it and look at it, and I will ask myself, who holds the greater power? The one who wears the crown, or the one who places it upon the head?
You feel the crown rise up and place it upon your head. The answer is clear, but I can do great things with you if you accept me.
So I will sit down in the throne, cross my legs in that casual kingly pose. I'm listening.
Rule like a god. All I ask of you is to be yourself. Your brothers with faith. Be done with them and worship me instead. As you see some gold begin to melt and shift and form into a mirror before you, your mask falling away, your face before you begins to shift and return to something you once knew, something you remember once long ago. Through me, miracles beyond your mortality can be done.
So, O generous God, to whom, how shall I address you?
You know my name, don't you? In the back of your mind, in your books, you know my name.
Yes, I do believe I do. I believe I know your name. However, I will need some time to consider your offer. It is generous indeed, but still.
You feel the ground begin to shift to sand, pyramid falling away. As you awake with a bit of a dry throat for the next day of your adventures in Harrowstone. As you arise, Deacon, your symbols aren't on you, But you look in your reflection, and that is an old face you've not seen in a long time before it returns to what it is.
I will consider the offer before putting my helmet back on and donning my holy symbols again.
So, you make your way down. Kendra's counting out the money as a paltry 210 gold, though she does say that the councilwoman offer more depending on your behavior in the town.
Huh.
Well, Jack, you've literally gotten them to pay you not to damage anything.
See? I told you that others were doing it wrong.
As he takes his portion.
Now all I have to do is be good. And that's easy. All I gotta do is pretend like I'm Deacon.
Not even Raphael.
Raphael's too good.
Okay.
They didn't pay for Prince.
I'll get more. Oh, no.
Raphael's gonna look over and be like, "Too good."
So, after
Listen,
breakfast,
like, sorry, continue.
after breakfast, which Kendra made toast, and you're not certain what that jam is. It's old though. You begin making your way up to Harrowstone. You see the sheriff is there with his boys patrolling the grounds. So, you boys ready to head in there?
Yes. Nice. So
We've got the contract to prove it.
Yeah,
so dumbfounded by this whole situation.
I tell you this, it snapped me out of my sleep last night when disturbance. I don't want to know what happened.
Wait. You were shaking from your sleep last night?
I heard the noise. They pay to have the sheriff listen up to the people that move most of the money around.
I see. And they say that I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
There's a saying in Osiron, some things are not meant for the minds of men. This may be one of them.
Right. But we can still find out what that is. Maybe not for the sake of our own learning, but to understand what's going on better. I guess.
I appreciate that idea, but it's a good deal of people have taken that a bit too far and made a good deal of idiots.
Fair.
Well, let's stop beating around the prison and make our way.
Alright. And as we're going to the prison, the other son that was practicing magic, I'm gonna go right next to him and go if you ever need pointers or some tips with cantrips that can help you.
He actually looks really, really happy for this. Okay, so I'm not going in there because, and he gestures to all of Harrowstone. I'm not going in, but look what I can do now. As you see a lot of concentration, effort of a few veins popping up, and then 2 glowing orbs.
Well, be.
These should help guide you. As he sends them out into Harrowstone.
Oh.
Raphael starts clapping. Raphael starts clapping, but he's not.
He's not what?
I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Sorry, somebody called me.
Kill them.
No, so I'm not trying to be. God. Hold on. I need to go real quick.
So,
Anyway,
as you watch these 2 orbs of light go out. He's doing a little mock bow, very pleased with himself. His father's giving a pat on the back. Anyone with a perception above 10 sees as they just fizzle.
Regardless, go ahead.
They made it to the doors of Harrowstone. He failed to maintain concentration on it.
Well, that's still pretty good. You're practicing. Excellent. Keep it up.
Yeah, they're working great. As he looks over to the lights are no longer there. Ah, rats.
I pat him on the back. Not to worry.
He starts focusing again, just making one ball of light. There. And sends it out.
Just got it between his hands. Kame.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, don't worry. You're doing well. I see you're really practicing, so keep it up. The one thing about cantrips is that the fact that the basic spells, the only reason we don't have to worry about concentration is because we've done it thousands and thousands of times, so keep practicing when we can.
I'm practicing every single day. It's hard. How do you guys do it? My boss said you guys were popping out all this water left and right the other night.
Oh, that was much more, a little bit improvisation as much as it was while practicing. Well, I would say, well, let's put it this way. Focus more on the mantra to call the spells rather than is right there. When you focus on the mantra and you connect that with the magic itself, you'll find it's a lot easier. Sometimes pronunciation helps as well.
All this down feverishly.
Oh. You know, for what you said, how we do that right there, not just application, but also how you learn about the first place. I mean, back when me and my siblings learned about it, they were following with nursery rhymes.
I bought some pamphlets I've been studying.
Oh, well, we'll take a look at it right now. Right now, to follow my compatriots and take a look at what's going on here.
Yeah, no, you go deal with the Nightmare Box. I'll be far away. As the other deputy goes, come on, Dingus, let's get out of here. Hey! My name's not Dingus. Then why do you respond to me calling you Dingus? Shut up!
So just to make sure that I actually heard you correctly, so people in your tribe start to learn magic from nursery rhymes?
Huh? Oh, yes, it's much more, the magic incantation and such, takes the same form as you would, it takes the same form as what you would call nursery rhymes.
Oh, see, I really like that. That is a great thing for your character.
Oh, yeah.
You could ask the weird thing of Rigel.
No. Wait. I think for a minute just go, well, it's just how I learn magic as far as that. It's a basic way, and basically to sort of understand the mantras as far as that in connection to spells, but we can all get to it later. Right now, we have to see what damage is done so far.
It honestly...
Go ahead.
Sorry, it honestly makes a ton of sense, like from a practical standpoint of like learning magic and learning spells and incantations and stuff. I'm like, yeah, make them rhyme. Like, like that makes total sense.
Yeah. What do you rhyme orb with?
Orb.
Oh. Yeah. Sometimes some nursery rhymes they come up with like a bird nonsense. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you don't have to necessarily use orb. You could have used sphere or any other word that is spherical in nature.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I create the shining sphere to outdo my other peers.
Yep.
One of the things that I know one of the editions of D&D talked about, I don't remember if it was Pathfinder or one of the other ones, but talked about how with spell making, the words don't matter. It's only as long as they evoke the same, like,
intent.
Platonian idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Platonic
That's why
ideal.
multiple people can cast the same spell with multiple different ways of casting it, and it'll still be the exact same.
That's why they argue, like, oh, you can have any kind of
Last thing I'll
incantation.
say before we move into Harrowstone, my favorite for prestidigitation is have the magic words be ta-da.
Huh?
I do
There
it
you go.
all the
Abracadabra
time.
and Alakazam are really good too.
I don't know. Alakazam is what you have for finger death.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
That's power word kill.
Yes. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh my god, no, power word kill is the whooshy finger hold. So you know this.
As you all begin making your way in, the sheriff taking point, he kicks the door down. All right, boys, let's rile some ghosts up. I forgot my sword. I'll be right back.
I like gently close the door behind him. Like, dude, we've been in and out of this place for days. You don't need to kick the door in. Jeez.
He
Calm
goes
down.
back to his post, gets his
I
sword, and then comes back.
So
I
as
get
he's
my
coming
blood
back,
pressure.
I'm saying, I liked it as a symbolic gesture. It shows that we're serious.
And then Jeff goes, so we're locking him out, right? Like, we can do it right now and he'll stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Well,
then
help me grab like
just
a
to cap
bench or
off-
something and shove it in front of the door.
I mean, there's holes in the walls. That's not going to stop him.
Yeah,
Well,
safer
he's not
with
going to make
us than-
any effort. He'll make no effort to come in.
Way safer with us than he is without us. Let's take him.
I agree.
As usual, Cyphus is correct.
Hey, I'll turn to the sheriff. Like, do you want to come in with us, or would you prefer to guard the
am like
entrance?
5 feet from all of you people.
Oh, boy.
You are loud. This is a quiet place.
You just kicked in a door.
I'm saying I can hear all of you.
You hear another
that's
sound
good.
from inside
Yeah,
the
'cause
prison.
nobody heard
What are
that
you doing?
door.
It's loud enough to wake the dead.
Anyway, do you want to just watch the entrance while we go, or talk to Visoriano while we go? Or...
I'd like to make sure you're all on the up and up. And
Oh, then just come with
Telling
us.
the truth. Yeah, so like, come with
Yeah,
us
that's
and meet
fine. I'm just
Visoriano.
saying you don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm not exactly the most minded, the best when it comes to these trials, but I will say you guys didn't provide exactly the most compelling evidence. So if I can get some more evidence and help your case, all the better.
Alright.
I'm gonna do like the big thumbs up with the shiny teeth. Ding.
So, as you all begin making your way into Harrowstone,
I'm gonna stop while we're like halfway there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think this is exactly how it happens. I stop as we're like halfway to the door into the prison itself, and I go, "Did we ever just think of calling up the professor's ghost?"
That's
did not.
I stop also, and I
Like,
like
we
look
need
up.
evidence, don't we?
The one person who would have all of the information if he's not trapped somewhere.
I'll slowly walk towards one of the walls, and then just kind of start banging my head on the wall, like stupid.
As the gentle
Stupid.
rhythmic beats of
Oh,
Raphael's
let me
head
forget.
on the walls of Harrowstone, that is where we'll come to a close for today, people. As you can
Dun.
wonder, how
Dun.
stupid are these people?
Dun.
And what did
Dun.
Kendra do?
Dun, dun.
And what was
Yeah.
Sal doing during all this?
It's not that we're stupid, it's just that it's the obvious solution and we would never go for that.
My God, I want to see you
That's
guys
just
doing
what they
something
wanted
out
us to
here.
think.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us on another exciting adventure in the Raven Grove Fire Department. Episode
That's
5.
our name. That's our adventuring name. We're the Raven Grove Fire Department.
But yeah, feel free to join the D6 Damage Discord to talk to us about the game, mock us for our sins, tell me how the damaging object rules work, and maybe suggest some names for the people.
It is very helpful. And come back don't show up next Friday because we are taking next Friday off, but on the Friday after that we will be playing again. Say goodbye, guys.